Welcome to the Jamodi podcast. We are all surrounded by amazing coaches and leaders. So let's get an inside look at not just what they do, but how they do what they do. After all, becoming the best versions of ourselves is Jamodi, just a matter of doing it. You've already mentioned a few books that you're interested in. What are some other opportunities for learning and growth that you've recently found?
I went to, I've been going to some coaches clinics a little bit more than this last year or so, maybe because I'm losing a lot of players and I'm trying to make sure I'm on top of my things. But I really have a good network of people that I talk to. Really try to, self-awareness is part of it. I have a phenomenal athletic director. He pours life into us every day. He's pouring life into me all the time, and I'm asking him lots of questions, and he's helped me a lot. But I have a lot of coaches that are better or older than me that know a little bit more that I'm willing to call and ask and say, hey, I'm struggling with this. What's something that y'all do, or go down and talk to somebody, or really try to figure things out. So for me, coaching, we all think that we got to figure it out, especially when you've had some success. But the reality is, everything that's been done since the beginning of time almost has been stolen from other people. Like all the coaches have somebody they took something from. Everybody does. So I just try to make sure that I'm always doing that, trying to pay attention. It's funny, the longer I coach, the less I kind of get into watching as much. I don't know why. That's just for me. I love basketball, but I think sometimes, especially if you're invested a little bit in it, the stress of being invested in your own and then being invested when you're watching TV. I kind of like watching football a little bit more than basketball because I feel like it's a break,
different. A little bit of a break too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, I'm always trying to steal things and take what I can and make sure that, I'm doing what's innovative or seeing trends that work and trying to make myself better and put those in. And, I'm pretty open to change. I don't think I have anything figured out. We had a really great player tear his ACL at the end of the season 2 years ago. His best player probably the best player in the country tears his ACL, and I switched our entire offense that week before the conference tournament. Just changed everything, switched it all, and we ended up playing better and we won. So it's crazy how things happen, but so I'm not married to any one thing. So it's really just growing and trying to become better from everybody I can. I like your stuff too. I paid attention to it.
Not for real. You don't have to say that. So. Chris Hill at Dallas Jesuit had a really cool comment. I thought he said at the end of every year, you kind of put that season, it's done. You finish it, and this next one, it's got to be brand new. And I think what he meant by that was, obviously, you're not going to start from scratch, but you want to be careful about carrying over. If that worked that year, we'll just do it again. We'll replicate it.
I did that.
And the years where maybe I was frustrated or it didn't go as well as I thought. How many times is it because this blueprint I just went right on top of with different kids, different athleticism, different schedule. So that was a good nugget.
I think that actually is true even with the same kids. Yeah. Because one thing that I did is I have the same team carried over, and I just assumed they remember everything we already did. So let's just keep moving forward. When in reality, we started every season, every offseason the same. Every year, because that's the foundation of what we are, and you're skipping steps because you feel you can't do that. Don't ever assume everybody's got it figured out. Do what you know is right for yourself and be willing to adjust based on the kids you're coaching. That's it. It's self-awareness. It's a hard thing for coaches. It's a hard thing for me. It's a hard thing for everyone. So try to make sure you're doing that. But I love what you're saying. That's really smart.
Thank you for checking out today's episode. Please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast, share it with your fellow coaches, and find us on social media for what's coming up next on the Jamodi podcast. It's just a matter of doing it.